If you've been running OpenClaw with Anthropic's subscription plan, then you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. The unfortunate news came out for me on Friday of what Anthropic sent to me, and I want to show you exactly what I received and what we're going to do about it. So stick around, let's walk through the news that's come out and show you some options if you're using OpenClaw, and especially if you're using a product called ClawOS, how you can work around that. So I just received the email that I wasn't looking forward to receiving from Anthropic. It says using third-party harnesses with your Claude subscription. Starting April 4th at 12 p.m. Pacific time, you'll no longer be able to use your Claude subscription for third-party harnesses, including OpenClaw. You can still use them with your Claude account, but this will require extra usage. A pay-as-you-go option billed separately from your subscription. Your subscription still covers all Claude products, including Claude Code and Claude Cowork. Now, here's something I do appreciate, that Anthropic is going to try to give us a discount with some extra usage on our account. So they're going to give us a one-time credit for extra usage equal to your monthly subscription price. So in my case, my monthly subscription price is $200. So that's a really nice deal. We're also introducing discounts with pre-purchase bundles of extra usage up to 30%. I know this impacts me with how I'm using OpenClaw. If you're using ClawOS, which is a managed for you product that easily allows you to stand up and use your OpenClaw with a single click in an iOS app, then I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to swap out your Anthropic key to use something additional. So stay with me and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So here I am inside of my ClawOS app, and this is our chat interface. I just dropped in a message to my OpenClaw saying I just received an email from Anthropic telling me I can no longer use my Max plan subscription with OpenClaw. We're going to walk through the process of switching any models using Anthropic to using a different AI provider. And then you can see what the OpenClaw responded back. My primary AI inside of OpenClaw has been Anthropic, and you can see where he responded. That's a bummer, but let's get you sorted out. So now he's going to walk through and actually see what all agents and sub-agents and stuff like that I have set up. In my case, I've got a default model that's kind of my orchestrator. That's Anthropic Claude Sonnet. I have a researcher that's Claude Opus, and then I have a coder that's using Claude Sonnet for any kind of coding task. And then I also have a scout. That's what's going out and doing like competitive analysis in the space that I'm interested in. I have a scribe, so that's where the way I communicate in and out from my OpenClaw is using Notion. So the scribe agent writes to Notion of everything that he's doing every day. And I have a designer, and that's about writing scripts and video scripts that I want to record, like this one that I'm working on right now. These are using OpenRouter, so they're unaffected. So now he's just walking through and telling me what all set up here and what we want to do before we change anything out. So we can see down here at the bottom, what's your preference? Cost sensitivity matters here. Opus via OpenRouter is $15 to $75 per tokens, while Gemini Pro is $1.25 to $10. We also have the ability inside of OpenRouter to use DeepSeek, and those are super cheap, and that's what I'm going to go with here, as a matter of fact. So I'm already set up with some of my sub-models that were using OpenRouter. In this case, I'm just going to swap out all of my models to be using OpenRouter and DeepSeek. So it's really just as simple as talking to your OpenClaw through this chat interface and just telling the OpenClaw what you'd like to do. So in this case, I'm just going to tell it to switch everything out to be using OpenRouter as my models, and we will adjust things later once I get some additional keys set up. Exchange anywhere that Anthropic is being used to use the OpenRouter and DeepSeek. So after I enter that prompt and hit enter, you can see where the model's coming back and saying Got it. I'll switch all 3 Anthropic-based models to DeepSeek v3 via OpenRouter, and I'll clean up the Anthropic auth profiles and API keys, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Here's what's changing. Applying now, done. My default model is now OpenRouter with DeepSeek. And then here's all my additional models. It cleaned up my Anthropic key. And then you have to know, anytime you swap out your primary brain inside of your OpenClaw, the thing usually has to restart itself. So you'll have to be patient whenever that happens. So you can see right here it's saying the gateway is restarting, and this is what it's going to cost me, 27 cents for a million input tokens and $1.10 per million output tokens. So this is tremendously less expensive of using this, but again, you're not using as amazing model as Opus is. I can't say enough good stuff about Opus, but it's extremely expensive. But I think DeepSeek will get the work done that you need to have done inside of your OpenClaw.